Well guys, welcome back. Out at one of my local ponds, and I've got a couple of fishing poles with me, so I think I'm going to see if I can catch myself a couple fish for dinner tonight, and if I can do that, we'll find ourselves a campsite and we'll get some fish hooked up. So stay tuned guys. I'm going to get the chest mount camera strapped on here, and we're going to drop a line in the water and see if we can catch ourselves a crappie or something. So yeah, see what we can do here. It's only it's a whopping 39 degrees out. It is a little breezy. It's cold today here in Nebraska. I don't know, the weather's on the fritz again. So anyways, we're gonna get strapped up and see if we can catch something. Even with a little bit of breeze, it is a beautiful day out here. I'm gonna fish the bridge. Just, I don't know, see if I can catch something over here. See if I can see anything. Yeah, the water's pretty dirty. Water's pretty muddy. I bet it's also a little bit cold. I believe it's supposed to be below freezing tonight. It was below freezing last night. Got a bucket just in case. We won't get that out yet. I'm gonna start with this little tiny little lipless I've got here. We'll see. That would catch a crappie if there's crappie right there, I think. If not, we can go to a little jig or something. And I might need to put a coat on. I haven't had a ton of success fishing yet this year, as far as open water goes anyways. All right, I think we're set there. Like I said, we're just gonna start with this little guy. So, let's see if we can catch ourselves a fish. Oh, I had one. I had another hit. There's fish. There we go. There we go, I'm on. There we go. Bam. Nice crappie. Well, there we go, guys. Nice little crappie. I'm gonna keep that. That's definitely big enough to eat. I'm gonna go grab my bucket, see if we can catch ourselves a couple more of these. I think 3 or 4 would probably be enough. Dang it. Stoked on that. He's cold. These fish are really cold. Ooh, and he's got a good black stripe on him. Look at that. That's awesome. That's my first real black nose, I think. That's the biggest, yeah, that's the biggest black nose I've ever seen on a crappie. That's crazy. I gotta show that to the camera. Before I throw this guy in the bucket, can you see his black stripe? That's the biggest black, yeah, I've never caught a crappie with that much of a black stripe. I've caught a couple with a couple spots, but big old black stripe on him. See if we can get ourselves a couple more of them guys. There we go, on again. Next cast. That's a better one. Crappie number 2. Very nice. No black stripe on this one. He's a little bit bigger. Oop, he came up and ate it right as I about pulled it out of the water. All right, let's see if we get one more, man. I haven't had crappie bite like this in a long time. Number 3, we need one more fish. One more fish and I'm good. That's plenty for me. It's gonna be a little bit of a cold night to cook them guys up, but we'll get a fire going. it'll be a nice night. There we go. Bam. We've got number 4. He's actually, oh, there's another black nose. You know what? I might put this guy back just because I've already got a black nose. They're kind of cool. Ooh, maybe not. I ripped his gill out. There we go. Okay. Well, that one's a little bloody, guys. I'm not going to show you the bloody end of it. It's a little small. I wish I wouldn't have done that to him, but we've got 4 crappie for dinner, and I need to wash my hands. All right, guys, let's go find a campsite and cook some dinner. Well, that didn't take long at all, guys. I think all of 20 minutes at best. Yeah, let's go find ourselves a campsite. Alright guys, so I made my way to a different park, and I'm going to clean the fish here because I'm going to stay here tonight, and I moved the fish over to the other side because I put some ice on them. But the fish cleaning station here, I've never actually used it. The last time I was up here it was closed, so I figured I'd come up here and check to see if it was open. Of course, now my knife is on the other side. We'll just have to put our fish in a plastic grocery sack. So like I said, I've never used this before. But I came down here and checked that the water's on, so I might as well use this. It's a little bit warmer in there because it's only 45 degrees out here right now. Well, here we are. Super fancy fish cleaning station. So you've got water nozzles and a grinder in the middle, and I've got my crappie in there. All right, let's see if we can get this grinder turned on. Fish set, shut it off. I don't know. Water is 3 minutes after shut off. Well guys, we've got our bag full of fish. I know that's probably the best way you could possibly transport them, right? But they're all cleaned up, ready to go find a campsite finally. We'll get a fire going and get these fish cooked up. All right, well, I think I have everything basically set up. I am going to get my heater out and plug that in since it's only supposed to be about 28 degrees tonight. But cooler bag, I've got my cooking stuff, fire starters are in there, and the truck's basically unloaded. We can get this closed up. Probably going to need my coat a little bit later, but yeah. But for now, I think it's time to get ourselves a fire going and probably get my heater plugged in, and then I'll get a fire going. Tonight we're going to do some fish tacos. I've got some really going to do it really simple, and we'll just do it in some foil over the fire. So I need to get the fire going, get that thing cooking, and it should be a beautiful night even though it is chilly. I got a pretty cool spot right behind me here. I don't know how much of that you guys are going to be able to see, but pretty empty campground. The campground lady was actually surprised when I got here. She thought I said I was in a tent, and she was like, "Oh, no, I'm in a truck." But it's not too bad. That cooler's heavy. I should probably get that bucket out of the truck because my truck's gonna smell like fish. I don't know. Let's get this fire going. I'm gonna use some of these Duraflame fire sticks. I got these in the P.O. box, so we'll give those a try. And picked up this firewood at this campground. It says to use 2 sticks per fire, so we'll use 2 sticks. It's kind of hard to light, honestly. There we go, I think they're all going now. So this is what we're going to start with today. So I don't know if you've watched a lot of the videos. There was a video I did a few months ago, and it was a stealth camping video at an alien abduction site, a local alien abduction site, and there was a beer about it, and this is the beer. I couldn't find it at the time. They did a re-release. This is from a local brewery. So I'll link that video down below if you want to check that one out. There's some documents linked in that video description if you want to actually read the documents about the abduction. But yeah, Star Snake Dank IPA. Star Snake Dank IPA bursts with fresh resiny and earthy hop aromas, a bright golden ale with a complex flavor. It's out of this world. So yeah. Farm fresh, proudly brewed and packed by Quady Brewing Company, and they're out of Lincoln, Nebraska. So it is a little bit strong, 6.5% alcohol, but I'm excited to try this. I wanted to get some when it came out the first time, and I never got my hands on any. So we're gonna give this guy a whirl. I mean, that's pretty good. Normally I'm not a huge IPA fan, but I don't really know crap about beer anyways, just that most of it's pretty tasty. But that's pretty good. I just bought one of these. I picked this up at Hy-Vee. You can buy singles. So, well guys, the beer's good. The fire's just starting to get going down there. We're gonna keep dumping wood on that. Sun's still fairly high in the sky. kind of thought about wandering around out there, seeing if I could find some morels. People have been finding morels locally already. I don't know if our recent cold weather has had any major effect on it. It kind of killed these little plants down here, although I don't know what they are. But I'm sure the recent freeze did that. Didn't help us out at all. I'm sure those people are like, what's that idiot doing down there talking to himself? Sometimes I ask myself the same thing. So I'm using my new camera. I've used it in a couple videos, but I picked up a wide angle lens, so I hope everything works right. This camera doesn't have a removable lens, so it's like a stick-on. What is it even? What brand was it? I think it's like Ulanzi. It's a wide angle lens. Can you see it? Can you see yourselves? Yeah. So hopefully that looks a little bit better. That's the one downside to this camera, guys, is it is a little close if you have the active stabilization turned on, and walking around or moving, you really need that turned on with this camera, so it crops the photo in, which is why I decided to go with a little bit of a wider lens. And I think this this looks a little bit better. It's a little bit more natural for me anyways. So I don't know what I'm doing with the camera most of the time, but I'm figuring it out. I have a hard time looking at the screen over here, but anyways, we're gonna let this fire get to cooking here, and then I'm gonna get the meal prepped up, and we'll see if it's tasty. Stay tuned. All right, so what do we got here? Throwing stuff. Do that in a second. All right, here's everything that we've got for dinner here. We've got our fish in our bag here. Super awesome way to do it. Let me grab some foil. This one. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna take this fish. We're gonna do some foil packets. We'll put the fish in there, and we'll chop up some of these guys. I grabbed these at the store. Never had this before. But it says it's great as like just a snack, just eat it. So I thought, why not? And I grabbed some ranch dip to try to dip some of those in. So we'll put some of that in with the fish. We'll throw a little butter in there, some seasonings, and then we'll probably just throw some, we'll throw some fresh pico on there. I picked this up at Hy-Vee. This, I think, is locally made. Looks locally made to me. So we'll get that going. And then to go with dinner, I have this Alaskan Amber alt style ale from Alaskan Brewing Company, brewed by Alaskan Brewing Company in Juneau, Alaska. 5.3% alcohol. So we'll give that a try once we get our foil packet prepared here. All the fish is chopped up well enough. I'll use that for the peppers and things, which I can probably just cut up right over this. Fish on. Some decent looking fillets. I got enough meat for myself, for sure, for a few tacos. Get that laid out. Chop some of these guys up on here, I guess. We're just gonna go like this. Nice and mixed together, I guess. I'm putting some more seasonings on. Let's see if any of these have stickers left. The stickers on this thing did not work out the greatest, as if you guys can see that. So we're gonna go with what it says is Old Bay. Use some Old Bay seasoning and maybe put a little pepper on there. I know this one has to be red pepper. I just need to pull those stickers off because I'm going to lose them into this food if I'm not careful. It's red pepper, a little spice action. Just like that, there went one of my stickers. Get that off the ground. And then got a little bit of butter here. We're going to use that. So this is just what I had in the fridge, 4 tablespoons of butter. Well, I think that looks like enough to me, enough fixings in there. We'll get this thing wrapped up and we'll get it thrown onto this fire. Double layered foil packet. Let's get this thrown onto the fire here. Alright, we're gonna just give this, hot. Alright, we're gonna give this probably just 5 minutes on each side. That's really warm. As hot as that is, I don't know if it's even gonna take 5 minutes, and I'm sitting right here in the smoke. Sweet. Well, we move this a little bit so I'm not right in the smoke here. All right, let's give this Alaskan amber a try. It's good. I'm not like a beer connoisseur, guys. I'm not gonna be able to tell you it's got all these crazy nutty flavors or whatever. If it tastes good, it tastes good. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That tastes pretty good. I forgot to set my timer. We'll give it 4 minutes. Should I try one of those peppers and some sauce? All right. Pepper, some ranch dip, a little bit of an appetizer. Sloppy. I'm gonna spill that. Now smoke coming right at me again. That's pretty good though. good snack. I'll try one of the, I guess that's the yellow one. Ooh, ooh, oh, dropped it. It's good. That's really good. Ranch dressing. I've never just eaten this like a snack before. It's pretty good. Ooh. Time to turn it. Hit restart. This is exactly what a pot holder is meant for. But that worked. All right, we restarted the timer. I can't say it smells good because I can't smell it, but we're getting the smoke show over here. Yeah, I was surprised how easily I caught those crappie. That was really rad. I'm sure I could have stayed there and probably caught a limit just like that, but there's no need for me to take 15 fish right now. I just needed enough for dinner tonight, yeah. Conservation is part of having good fisheries, guys, so don't take a limit if you don't need a limit. It's cool to know that this was brewed in Juneau, that it actually came all the way from Alaska. I think that's kind of neat. The bag is puffing up. If that blows up, I'm gonna burn. My face is gonna be all burned. Foil packets are easy. There's so many different ways that you can cook with them, so many different things that you can cook with them. I've done basically the same recipe before, and it worked out great. So, time check 7:27, and it is 45 degrees. It's time to take that off the fire. Last couple pieces of wood will start up. Maybe. Let's hope this is cooked. Smells like it should be. Oh yeah. Very good. I need to cook these. Those a couple seconds. Finger it. Add some of this fresh Fernando's Fresh Pico, locally made in Omaha, Nebraska. Well, y'all, that looks pretty good to me. What do you think? Fresh crappie tacos. I guess it's fresh crappie street tacos because it's small taco shells. So it has to be street tacos, I guess. So crappie, we're having crappie street tacos. It was very good and very simple. Once again, simple. I like simple meals. And 4 fish, I'll have enough for 4 to 6 tacos probably. Tiny tacos. Should have put some butter on those. And another amazing looking pair of tacos, y'all. Doesn't fold up very much. Little sloppy, but very good. Well, all very fresh, very good food. Very sloppy. I should have made more than 2. I easily had enough for 4 more. Spilling out both ends. Sloppy tacos. Well, dinner was pretty good. I'm gonna get this stuff cleaned up. Enjoy this fire as it dies down a little bit. And then we'll get headed into the back of the truck. So stay tuned, guys. Well, the sun's starting to go down, guys. The fire's dying down. I think I'm gonna get my chair folded back up, which I don't know why I'm sitting on this picnic table. But I'm gonna get my chair folded up and I'm gonna crawl up in the back of the truck and probably get changed in my jammies and get myself a movie going. Glad my beer was empty. Should have just taken my coat off and put it in the truck. I should put my hat in the truck too. Well, in the rig. It's nice and warm in here. The heater's been set on. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this under the bed. Trains in the distance, as usual here. All right, pajama pants on. Comfortableness has been achieved. All right. Movie time. Sun's just about to go down out there. I don't really know what I'm gonna watch tonight. Whew, it's nice to be in here. It's much warmer. See what the temperature is inside of here. Right now it's saying it's 62 degrees in here. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that. Maybe. This new camera's nice, but I am used to the much wider angle lens on the GoPro. Makes a bit of a difference. As you guys can see, this is as wide as it gets in here now. There was something I downloaded. Somebody, God, I saw some comments about it on, maybe on Facebook. It's called My Octopus Teacher. I think it's a documentary. I'm not exactly sure. But I'm gonna lay back and I'm gonna watch that. And watch the sun. Well, the sun sets, it's about set. I don't know what you guys will be able to see out there. It's about set out there. See the fire going a little bit. The sun is down. And I'm already missing the movie. I must not have this turned up.
A lot of people say that octopus is like an alien.
An alien, alright. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and watch this movie, and then I'll get back to you guys before I go to bed tonight, so stay tuned. Alright, guys, well, that was kind of a weird movie. It was really cool, it was interesting, but definitely weird. I don't know. I would say give it a watch. If you like any kind of nature documentary, I don't know. It wasn't bad. It was definitely weird. Definitely some cool stuff to learn in that. I mean, it was pretty interesting. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get headed to bed. It's getting kind of late, and I want to get up early and get out of here in the morning because I've got some stuff to do tomorrow. So anyways, guys, I will see you in the morning. Oh. Well, good morning, y'all. It's probably way later. No, it's not that bad. 7:30. I was laying in there and it was pretty nice, and I rolled over. As soon as I rolled over, I caught a big old eyeball of sunlight. And I was like, well, I should probably wake up. So, comfortable night with the heater, of course. Nothing to worry about with that. The windows are still cracked open, so plenty of fresh air in here. Oh, man. But I think it's time to mosey on down the road, so to speak. And get my crap thrown back in the fridge at home. But we're going breakfast of champions again today, guys. I don't have time to sit here and make coffee today, but I did find one of these yesterday, so we've got ourselves a surge, and I'm probably not going to eat anything as of yet, so I'm going to kind of get my crap cleaned up back here, and then we'll get on the road, guys. Stay tuned. Oh, well, kind of cleaned up, got that window closed. I got the side windows closed. Let's go ahead and get our door unlocked here. I don't know if I really want to get out. I know it's going to be cold. What did I do with the keys? I should just start this thing right now. I guess I didn't even look to see what the temperature was this morning. Let's see. We'll do that before we get out of here. Oh. 34 degrees, so it's not terrible. I got a message from somebody pretty important. Let's just say that. Or somebody that I look up to, I guess, with a local business. So that's pretty rad. Yeah. Probably a little chilly. I was gonna start this thing. I'm just confused. I haven't shoved enough caffeine down me yet. Ooh, beautiful morning though. It really doesn't feel bad out here for 34. Can't see my breath. Whew, sun's bright though. Nice sunrise. Anyways, I'm a little late for the sunrise today. Let's get this old truck started up. Finally washed this thing yesterday. I know this sounds absolutely terrible, y'all. But I mean, it's April and I just washed it for the first time this year, but I didn't want to because it was starting to rust so bad. Like, look at this. Y'all, that's kind of heartbreaking. There's a big chunk of paint there that I knew as soon as I washed it that was gonna come flying off. I mean, there's nothing left underneath this fender flare. It's done. Floor under there. I don't know what you guys can see. So yeah, that hurts a little bit. I can feel that deep down in my soul. I don't even know where I'm going with this. I'm loopy in the morning sometimes, y'all. Okay. Beautiful campsite. I'm ready to do another, like, I haven't done any, where's I going with this? Holy crap, it's cold in here though. Let's turn up, dang. Dang, I reckon. I think it's about time that I get back out and do like a 2 or 3 night trip. It seems like it's been a long time since I've done a trip like that. Lately, everything's really just been overnights, and then last trip I was out that I spent a couple nights somewhere. I was out with my wife and we stayed in that cabin, so that's a little bit different. I usually don't do a ton of filming when we're hanging out. She's not too keen on the camera. But yeah, I think it's about time. Maybe next week. I don't know. I need to start working on. I'm confused. All right. Do I go on like a? No, man. There's so much shit going on in my head right now. I can't even talk. Yeah, I'd like to do another like 2 to 3 night rip. And for those of you that want to see some longer stuff, just wait. We've got a pretty cool adventure coming up this summer. In a couple of months, but for now, we're gonna keep it fairly local. I need to get the bike back out. I need to service, well, both bikes, and both bikes need full services. The one that I've got shoved in the garage right now needs a full service. Needs batteries, you know, basic maintenance, which I can do all of that stuff. I've got a motorcycle jack at home, and I'm pretty sure I've got the full service manual for that bike also. So maybe we'll get into that quick, so those batteries and everything is ready with that. Although I think it's supposed to rain next week, there is supposed to be some much warmer evenings. So motorcycle camping is definitely not out of the question. I think that's something that we need to get ready for. Since the boat's going now, we need to get the bike ready. So maybe that'll be the next video. I don't know how, I'll see how it goes. But anyways, guys, I had a great time last night. I had a great time yesterday. It was nice to catch those fish. Like I said, it's been a while since I did any kind of catch and cook. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for the next adventure. I'll see you in a bit.